welcome back everyone for some more of my Hertha Berlin career mode here on FIFA 21. And we're here at Christmas Day here in 2021. We are at the halfway point of season number 2 in this career mode. Before we get started here, I just want to say, hope you guys have an awesome day today. Hope you guys doing well. But without further ado, we are going to take a look at the Bundesliga table, and you can see we are joint top with Bayern Munich with 12 wins, 4 wins, and 1 draw. We do have a slightly better goal differential than the Bavarian Giants. Dortmund and Leverkusen round out Champions League spots, whereas Werder Bremen and Wolfsburg, which, shout out to Werder Bremen for being this high. I mean, fair play to them, especially you get Leipzig that's hanging around 7th. Frankfurt is down at a 10, Stuttgart. Team of Mönchengladbach is outside of it. They're in the promotion relegation playoff, with Heidenheim and Bochum being on the bottom. But before we look at the DFB Pokal, I do want to take a look at what's happening in the other divisions of German football. We are going to start with the Zweite Bundesliga. And you see Cologne and Hamburg are first and second respectively. Nuremberg is still in the promotion relegation. Hamburg having a 6-point lead over Nuremberg, so hopefully they'll be able to finish the job and get promoted. And you have Hansa Rostock and Van Wiesbaden in the automatic relegation spots, and Osnabrück being in the promotion relegation playoff there. In the Dritte Liga, we have Jan Regensburg and Ingolstadt first and second, with Würzburg in the promotion relegation spot. Uerdingen is a fair play to them. They're high up in the table, and same with Unterhaching. But relegated to Werl, Lübeck, Saarbrücken, which is a bit of a surprise considering at the time of recording this, they are currently third in the Dritte Liga in real life, and Türkgücü Munich is sitting at the bottom. But we're going to take a look at the DFB Pokal. And we are up, of course we're up against Bayern Munich. Like, our next Bundesliga match is against Dortmund, and in our next DFB Pokal is going to be up against Bayern Munich, so, yeah, they're certainly not taking it easy on us. And we did not participate in round 1. Round 2, we beat Leipzig 4-0, and round 3, we ended up disposing of Greuther Fürth 4-1, so... But European International Cup, that is the preseason tournament, we did end up dispatching Burnley, who actually topped the group that we were in. They ended up getting 2 wins and a draw. We ended up getting a win and 2 draws. Semifinals, we ended up beating French club Nice, whereas Burnley beat OM, which of course is Marseille. Let's see, Super Cup at the beginning of the season was fair play to Wolfsburg, get them a good match, but Real Madrid does come out on top, and I'm not going to show Champions League and Europa League until the end of the season. There's really no reason for us to get into that, but you can see the stats right here. Our leading goal scorer in the Bundesliga is Davy Zelka with 8 goals. Cuisance with 5, Radonjic with 5. One name you do not see on here, which is Bustos. He's having a kind of a disappointing season so far, which I'll talk more about players here in a bit, but Van Bergen with the most assists, and Jurgovski with 5 clean sheets. Go me with 2, which is awesome to see. DFB Pokal, you see Jurgovski with a clean sheet. Plattenhurt with the most assists for us, which he only has 1. Zelka also has 1. Top goal scorer Zelka tied with Hoscheit and Jakob with 4. And just to show you guys, preseason tournament, Bustos was the leading goal scorer there. Leading assister for us, well, everybody had 1 assist. Go me with a clean sheet. But just take another look at transfer budget and objectives. So we started off with 100 million. We still have 24 million, which I do not plan on spending that right now. Which I did spend a little bit here off camera before I started recording this, which I'll talk about here in a bit. But we have almost $1 million in wage budget. That's going to be going towards renewing contracts. But take a look at objectives. Youth development. We're actually on a very good start. I think with this objective, I've already had Yellen and Bester play at least 4 or 5 matches. So we're getting close to halfway done with that particular objective. Sign a different player, different nationality from one of the club. We already did that. That one I don't care about. We're already in the quarterfinals of the FA Pokal, though I do want to try to win that if I can, though. Bayern Munich is not going to be easy by any stretch of imagination. And even though we're in first, if we do finish as Bundesliga champions, that's going to be a bonus. But the main goal has to be finishing the Champions League spot for sure. And then, of course, that's going to be medium priority. Which, you would think that this would have the same priority as this. You would think... I don't know. I don't know how that works. I don't understand EA sometimes. But just to take a quick look at our youth academy, unless they really want to be, which I'm probably going to end up getting and promoting Klemen Enkela here from Slovenia. But all these other guys are 17 years of age. Only one that's not Slovenian is Brett Evans here from the US. But I'm not even going to bother with development plans. If there's anybody particularly you want to look at, you can just go ahead and pause the video. Now, normally this would be the time where I show you guys transfer activity, but I think I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the squad first before I do that. You can see how our team is growing and stuff, but we're going to take a look at stats. And I'm going to talk about each individual player here as we go down. And leading goal scorer is Davy Zelka with 12 goals and 4 assists in 13 matches. He's been a bit of a thorn in the side because he's been whining about game time, though. If he's the top performer, I kind of understand why. But, yeah, he's a bit annoying. With Donjic, he just seems to be popping up when I play with him, but obviously he's got 9 goal contributions, so he's getting the job done. Busto's 7-1, though, not anywhere near as explosive as he was last season. And you can see Yellen already has 5 appearances alongside Bester, so we are halfway to completing that particular objective. He already has 7 goal contributions, which is awesome. Cuisance, even though he's a backup, he has 6 goal contributions, whereas Kangan Lee, who is our starting cam, has 7. Which, why is he above... You would think Kangan Lee would be above Cuisance, but... Again, I don't understand EA sometimes. Dardai doing good 10 goal contributions. He's my main backup winger, and I'll talk more about that here in just a second. Van Bergen, absolutely fantastic out on the right. Osbald Bester, 4 goal contributions and 5 appearances. Loven growing by 1. Zielinski growing by a couple. He has not been doing too bad. Oakday growing by a couple at Augsburg. Dujiak, kind of a quiet campaign. Now Thorsteinsen, which I've talked about, which a couple episodes ago, whenever I did my live commentary, I was talking about this guy skating on thin ice with me. And I got to a point where I'm getting rid of this guy. So he wasn't the last year of his contract, though I did renew his contract, but I immediately put him back on the transfer market because I do want to let this guy go. Because I'm sick of this guy letting me down, so... And he's not growing at all either, despite being 23 years of age, so... And I do have a replacement for him, which I will show here after I'm done with stats here. You can see a couple of our lone players here. Hussein growing by 3 at Bournemouth, which is awesome to see. Patrick Michaels growing a little bit in Brazil. Kind of hoping Balog grows at his time at Dusseldorf. Just to take a look at some of our other players. John Brooks. I'm not going to be replacing him this season, but maybe next year I'll be looking to move him on. Plattenhardt, he's untouchable. He's a club legend. Provoyak will be going out on loan. I forget what team he's going to be going with, but we'll see that in the transfer activity. Reese, I believe, has already agreed to a permanent sale to a club, which, again, I'll show you guys that here in a bit. Just a lot of our fringe players. Durda, I believe, will be going out on loan. Rekic, I think, will be going out on a short-term loan. Sessa grown by 3 during his time at Amiens. And just a couple of our fringe players right here, which I'm just going to go ahead and... Hopefully some of these guys go out on loan, but... Hopefully this guy, Yellen, he has shown great potential. And so he's retiring at the end of the season. He has not featured in any games so far. Gomi with 3 clean sheets. And Decker grown by a couple, which is awesome to see. He's going to be my eventual replacement for Alderete when the time comes. Rue grown by 3. He's growing like a weed. Gendouzi solid in midfield. Kenny getting the job done at left back. I've been absolutely tickled with him. Alderete, I may actually, if anything, Ndeka may be Brooks' replacement. Of course, Bornov, I'm going to end up having as my... Which he is my starting center-back alongside Alderete. Zayfalk not growing, but I'm not too concerned about that. Dragovski, 6 clean sheets in 17 matches. Not too terrible. And we're going to take a look at development plans. Again, if there's anybody in particular you want to look at, you can just go ahead and pause the video. I've already done all the development plans that I want to here off camera, so we're just going to go ahead and skim through here. Again, like I said, Insua retiring at the end of the season. Bornov, he and Alderete are my starting center backs. John Brooks is pretty much my 4th string center back at this point, and Dick is, despite being 1 overall lower, which is a 2 overall over. Yeah, a 2 overall under. He is my 3rd string center back. Again, Rekic will be going out on loan. Kind of hoping Zayfalk grows a little bit, though he's in bad form. John Joe Kenny, I'm liking him. Rueg, very solid at right back. Same overall as Zayfalk, so a little bit of competition there. I might end up having... What I'm probably going to end up doing is I'm probably going to have Rueg out on the left and then Zayfalk out on right and have... Maybe float around with John Joe Kenny being my backup right back. I don't know, I may play around with the... I mean, I know I just said that John Joe Kenny has not done anything wrong, but at the same time, though, it just dawned on me how well Rueg has been growing. And every time I've played with Rueg, he's been absolutely awesome, so I think it would be harsh for me not to just put him in the starting lineup. Kangan Lee had a bit of a slow start, but I've grown to appreciate him, especially in the last month or so. And of course, Benjamin Yellen is the guy that I'm going to be using alongside Bester for that objective. Thorstein said his days are numbered with the club. Like I said, he is on the transfer list. Dardai, it says he's in bad form. I've yet to see it. He's been phenomenal for me. Fabian Risa, I believe he's going out on permanent. Van Bergen, like I said, absolutely fantastic out on the right. Davy Zelker is our leading goal-scoring striker. Well, also our leading goal scorer. Bustos not having a season like he had last year, which is a bit disappointing. But to be fair, though, I have been simming a large chunk of games, so, I mean, I can't really blame him too much for that. But speaking of Thorsteinson's replacement, say hello to Brahim Diaz, which I don't know what his overall is yet. We'll be finding that out, but you can see we ended up paying $17 million for him. I opted against doing the release clause. I just figured just save a couple $1 million just in case I just need that little bit extra cheddar for contract renewals. But I am bringing him from Real Madrid. I'm not real crazy overpaying him $63,000 in wages plus bonuses, but I have a feeling Brahim Diaz is going to be awesome. Last time I signed him on a career mode, I believe, was FIFA 19. And that is in my West Brom career mode on the Switch. And he was absolutely fantastic. So hopefully that translates to FIFA 21. But we are going to go in here real quick. And you can see all the deals that have been made. Bunch of players going out on loan. You can see Provuyak's going to Lazio. Risa ended up selling to Dijon, which is kind of funny in a way. Bouchalakis ended up selling to Galatasaray. Leisner going to Crystal Palace. Karbovnik going to Watford. Gersbeck going to Bordeaux. Yastromsky going to Başakşehir. But yeah, I'm very excited to see what Brahim Diaz is going to be bringing to the table. As a matter of fact, if not the Borussia Dortmund game, I will definitely be playing him in the game after, which I forget what team he's... But yeah, I'll be featuring him in the home match against Union Berlin, which I did. My only loss of the season so far is against our arch rival, so... But we will definitely be playing that game, especially at home, against our arch rivals. Like I just said, they did give us our only loss. And speaking of next episode, of course, we're also going to be playing the Dortmund match. So we'll be playing these two games, as well as the Bayern Munich game. And I'm thinking of possibly simming both of these games. And then, if I have time, we'll be doing the Leipzig game. If not, we'll be starting the following episode with the Leipzig game. But 3 huge games coming up in the next episode against Dortmund, Union, and Bayern Munich. I'm trying to think of this. I think that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about here. I think that's all I wanted to cover. I don't think I'm missing anything. Let me just see club news to see. Zelensky, he's been whining about game time. You can see Benjamin Yellen proving his worth alongside Bester. Plattenhurt, again, not real happy with his lack of game time. You can see Felicia Magath, our manager. We've extended our unbeaten run to 8 matches. Like I said, our only loss is against our arch rivals Union Berlin. But, you can see valuation surges, though I don't plan on going anywhere. Or should I say, she's not planning on going anywhere, so... But yeah, I think that's pretty much all I wanted to cover. I don't think there's really anything... Like I said, I really don't plan on doing any transfer business. Brahim Diaz is really the only thing I wanted to do in this transfer window, so... But I think I pretty much covered everything else. But yeah, the next time I see you guys, we are going to be, like I said, 3 huge games coming up here, and possibly simming these 2. So hopefully you guys looking forward to that, as well as the rest of the season. I'm thinking that the rest of the season is going to take about, I'm going to say 4 episodes maximum. Maybe 5. Maybe it'll be 3. I don't know. But whatever happens, happens. But hopefully you guys will be along with me on the ride as we get through the second half of season number 2 with this team. I'm having an awesome time with these guys. But thank you guys so much for watching this. Hope you guys are enjoying the series so far. I'll be seeing you guys again next time.